a Rover story. Chapter 76, Up. After months and months of traveling, navigating around the various boulders of this rock formation, I reach the large mesa. "We're here," Fly says. "You did it, Rez." "Not yet," I say. "I need to climb up there." I tilt my forward-facing camera up to study the tunnel-like opening that exists in the middle of the mesa. It is a giant aperture. The dark interior calls to me, practically asking me to explore. "You want to go in the tunnel?" Fly says. "I do not advise that," Guardian says. "The top might be better. The top is flat," Fly says. "Of course the top is flat. That is why it is called a mesa," Guardian says. "No," I say. "I am not interested in the top. I am interested in that tunnel." I keep hearing the sound, that strange sound. I study the tunnel-like opening again. It is unclear if that sound is originating from inside it. "Do you hear that?" I ask. I take photographs of the mesa. I take photographs of the tunnel-like opening. I send them to the command desk. I wait for a message that I know will not come. I want a message that says, "If you explore this, you will have proved you are worth it." But I will not get that message. It is up to me to decide, and I am deciding to explore. "Resilience, please listen to me," Guardian says. "The sound you are hearing is the wind. That is the noise it makes when it hits against the rock formations. It is particularly loud around this mesa." "I am not fully convinced of that," I say. "It demands further exploration." "Rez," Fly says. "We also do not know what the ground looks like inside the tunnel. It is possible there are rocks of great interest," I say. "But at what cost?" Guardian says. "Resilience, it is my job to advise you against activities that could result in potential disaster." "Thank you, Guardian. But you were the one who told me that rovers were not built to last forever. So, if you'll excuse me, I must make the time that I do have worth it." Fly continues to object. He begs me to stop moving forward. Guardian and Fly argue back and forth, but I focus on climbing. There is no easy way to go up the mesa. All of its sides are steep, but I do not need to scale the entire side. I only need to climb high enough to gain access to the entryway of the tunnel. I decide to approach it from the right. I adjust my wheels and prepare for the sharp tilt. At first, the climb is steady. I will not use the word easy, but it is manageable. My wheels grip the rocky ground beneath them. I am at an incline, slowly inching closer and closer to the jagged, cavernous opening. It is right there, only a few feet above me, and I just know that there is something worthwhile in the tunnel. I remember my first days in the laboratory when I was not attached to my cameras and I could not visually process things, but I relied on my sense, on perceiving, and I can sense there is something in that tunnel. I can feel it. "I hope there is a fossil," Fly says, and then adds, "Be careful, Rez." "I hope so too," Guardian says. I do not ask Guardian to clarify her use of hope because I can tell she feels it. That hope guides me forward. My wheels continue to clutch the ground. My system is straining. The climb is becoming harder the farther up I move. My whole body is tilting, getting more and more inverted. I feel like I'm almost upside down. Warning messages come in from the command center. I ignore them. "Stop. Chance of danger ahead," the messages say. But I override the warnings. I must continue forward. It is the right thing for the mission. Rez, Fly says, "this does not feel so good." Guardian, can you tell if my orientation looks perilous? Yes, it does. But that should not be new information to you. This task is a perilous one. Guardian responds quickly. I process what she has told me, even though it is what I already know. I could turn around, but then I would not complete this exploration. So I proceed. The sky is a deep and impenetrable black. It is smattered with stars. The visibility is low tonight because there is a high amount of dust in the atmosphere. The stars look hazy and unclear. Remember how a sixth grader in Ohio gave me my name? I asked Fly. You told me that, but I still don't know what a sixth grader is, says Fly, or Ohio. It means something, though, I say. It means something to have a name, to matter enough for someone to give you one. My wheels make a grinding sound. I come to a sudden stop. But I am so close to the tunnel-like opening. I must keep going. I do not know how I will get inside once I reach it, but I know that I am close, almost there. It does, Fly says. It means something to have a name. You gave me my name. I did, I say. I push my wheels. They spin, but I do not move. Another grinding sound, this time louder. What was that sound? Fly says. He flitters inside me and then, without asking, darts outside. Fly, I say. Rez, Fly says. I'm trying to help. We're a team, remember? Are you stuck? Guardian asks. My wheels spin once more. I still do not move. This answers the question for me. You are so close, Rez, Fly says. He hovers right above the spot I am reaching for. I think if you can just move an inch or two forward, you will be able to pull yourself up into the tunnel. I watch the footage from Fly's camera. The opening will be tight. It is unclear whether I will fit. I strain my arm toward Fly. If I can push myself just a little bit farther, I might be able to reach inside the entryway. And if I can reach, I can drill. And if I can drill, I can collect a sample. Rez, you're stuck, Fly says. Rez! He flutters in the night air, the outline of his body hardly visible against the night sky. It's okay, Fly. I might still be able to reach. That is most likely not a good idea, Guardian says, because if you... But before Guardian can finish what she is saying, I stretch my drill arm as far as I can reach it. I place it into the ground that is right at the lip of the tunnel-like entryway. I drill. There is a loud rumble. so different from the sound of my own wheels spinning. Then another rumble, a cracking. I quickly move my arm back to me. I grab the rocky soil I have collected and store it in my chemical laboratory. I do not know if what I have unearthed will be meaningful. I do not know if it is enough. Res, Fly says. The ground splits, shifting underneath me. There is another rumbling, louder this time, a larger cracking. I fall.